Hilaria Baldwin, a less than Spanish narcissist? Hilaria Baldwin, born Hilary Lynn Hayward Thomas, is an American yoga instructor, podcaster, and author. She was the co-founder of a chain of New York-based yoga studios called Yoga Vida, and has released an exercise DVD and a wellness-focused book. She married into the Baldwin family upon her wedding to actor Alec Baldwin in June 2012. She was born in Boston in 1984, the daughter of Dr. Catherine Hayward and Dr. Thomas Jr. Her mother grew up in Massachusetts and spent her career practicing medicine there. She was an associate physician at Massachusetts General Hospital and assistant professor of medicine at Harvard Medical School before retiring from both positions in 2012. Her father was an attorney with an undergraduate degree in Spanish literature from Haverford College and a law degree from Georgetown University. The couple founded International Integrators, an integrative health organization, after moving to Spain and settling Mallorca in 2011, not long before their daughter married Alec Baldwin. Hilaria Baldwin started yoga around age 20 while attending New York University. She opened the yoga studio Yoga Vida in 2009 along with Mike Patton in the West Village of New York City, which eventually opened 3 other locations in NoHo, Dumbo, and Tribeca neighborhoods. The Tribeca Citizen wrote in 2016 that their location had a range of classes, including pre- and postnatal, restorative, and heated by infrared light. In 2013, Spencer Wolf, a former student in one of her classes, sued her in the Manhattan Supreme Court for an injury he allegedly sustained in the class. Now, of course, this is all very interesting, but the reason that Hilaria Baldwin, a so-called mumfluencer, I believe the term is, whatever the fuck that is, has recently faced allegations that she faked her Spanish accent and that she has misled people about her nationality. The outrage, the fraud, what a despicable individual. This arose in December 2020. A Twitter user accused Baldwin of impersonating a Spanish person. And I don't think that was because she was stood in front of a Weber map going, Scorchio, or going, Betha. This individual posted a number of video clips of Baldwin speaking with a contrived Spanish accent, including a clip from the Today Show in which Baldwin seemingly forgot the English word for cucumber. The tweets prompted a number of news articles and accusations of cultural appropriation, since at other times she was heard to speak American accented English. Her agency's website listed her birthplace as Mallorca rather than Boston, 2 very similar places, an easy mistake to make. And commentators noted that Baldwin is often misidentified as either Mallorcan Spanish or Latina, encouraging positive press by Hispanic media such as the Spanish-language celebrity gossip magazine Hola. BuzzFeed writer Natasha Jokic wrote, looking through Hilaria's tweets, it does seem like she's gone to great lengths to never explicitly say that she's Spanish, but she has gotten pretty close. In an April 2020 podcast, Baldwin had stated, I moved here, New York, when I was 19, to go to NYU. When asked where from, she said, my family lives in Spain, they live in Mallorca. Later clarified by her that her parents moved to the heavily tourist-populated Spanish island in 2011. Last time I was in Mallorca, it pissed down half the week. I wasn't particularly impressed. And that I came for school, and I never, ever, ever left. An article from The Things mentioned that Baldwin's cousin stated that her visits to Spain were for vacations only, and that she's 0% Spanish. Furthermore, former classmates have alleged she had much paler skin and blonde hair, before she changed her name from Hillary to Hilaria. Perhaps she'll now change it to Hilarious. Some Twitter users and members of the press compared Baldwin to Rachel Dolezal, an American woman who identifies as black despite having white parents. Baldwin responded that she identifies as white and her ethnic background includes many, many, many things. So nice and precise there. She stated that she spent some of her childhood in Spain and some in Massachusetts, but had never been enrolled in a school in Spain, only spending time there during family holidays. She stated she was born in Boston. Baldwin also asserted in a New York Times interview that her inability to remember the word cucumber on Today came from stage fright during one of her first television appearances, or perhaps she once met an absolutely massive cucumber, and therefore the memory of such thing has caused her to suffer a loss with regard to being able to use the name. She explained that she's bilingual, and her accent comes and goes, depending on stress and other factors. After her marriage in 2012, Baldwin also stated in a Vanity Fair article that her reluctance to answer certain questions was to safeguard her family's privacy. In March 2021, Atlantic magazine listed Baldwin as an identity hoaxer, along with Rachel Dolezal and Jessica Krug. The same month, Martha Ross of the Mercury News wrote, Hilaria Baldwin appears to be trying to put her Spanish heritage scandal behind her by feverishly posting photos of her 6 young children. So, Hilaria Baldwin, a less than Spanish narcissist? We shall be finding out with an analysis of her behaviours, both prior, during, and after the revelation that she may not actually be Spanish. How has she responded to this? Has she responded by seeking to nullify a threat to her control, or is she genuinely contrite for just having fucked up, as human beings can do? I will be reviewing a range of material to analyse whether Hilaria Baldwin is indeed a less than Spanish narcissist. Join me in another of my fascinating analyses of the famous, and here relatively well known, I suppose, but certainly somebody who has been plastered all over the internet and the media recently as a consequence of this revelation, as we take a stroll through the evidence to determine whether she is a less than Spanish narcissist. Coming very soon.